I'm a Zapotec. I'm from the Loxicha people. So we're 7 hours from Oaxaca City. We're natives. We're coming from a very small community that we value corn and nature. When I first came to the United States in 2005, I was a farm worker. I worked at Indio, California, and I remember seeing all the buses for people going to Coachella. And I didn't know what that was until years later. So it's been such an adventure starting from that point in my life when I left Oaxaca. And then I came here, and I spent many years working in kitchens. I own places, I run places. I started from the bottom. I washed dishes. I prepped endless hours in very small places and kitchens in LA, in Portland, in Seattle, and New York City. So finally, when I came to Asheville, I was able to put all the love that I have for design and all those years when I was in school back in Oaxaca into one place, becoming a graphic designer. So I went back to school, and I started to work with different nonprofits and different people from minorities, creating different designs. And after that, I was able to create my own first restaurant in Asheville, El Gallo. We used to be here in downtown, and after COVID, you know what happened? It was pretty hard for all of us. So I lost the place. It went, from a dream to a nightmare. But in that nightmare, I went back to Oaxaca for 1 month, and when I was working with my dad in the fields, tequio came up. But what tequio is? Tequio is a Zapotec word that it means work together for benefit all of us. Not just you, but the whole community. Doesn't matter what you do. So we focus on corn, and Mexico is basically the place where corn was born. So we have over 64 different kind of varieties of corn from the north to the south. It's a lot. Even when you think that you know most of corn, you always learn something new. Every single time when I go back to Mexico, I learn something. And also, my people, we see corn as part of not only a product, but the relationship that we have with nature and also religion. So for us, it's not just something that we grow. It's something that defines us, something that we have a connection with our ancestors. So this adventure started 3 years ago. I started to go to little towns. I started to talk to people. I started to being one of those persons that show up in towns and talk to them until they listen to me, and also I listen to them. It's been a long. And sometimes people ask me how I feel about going to these places in the middle of anywhere, and I tell them that it's not like that. It's where everything is. It's not about being in this only place. It's about learning what they have, and they haven't been heard. So part of the job that we do when we access a community, we get in meetings, we talk to people, we go and we listen. And that's the most important part that we do as part of the job, listen, because they haven't been listened. We as Native people have always been on the side, especially in Mexico, where there is very small amount of women farmers that work with companies like mine. So we focus a lot on working with women, because there is a lot of bad things happening to them, not just for being indigenous, but also for being women. Most of these communities also are migrant communities. So they not only produce corn and beans, but they also produce farmers who come here to the United States and work in our farms and are the ones who actually are picking up all the fruit, all the vegetables. I'm one of those. I used to do that. But also the communities that we work down there, they're working hard to protect their lands, protect the rivers. There is this huge problem with Canadian mines in Oaxaca that they're taking biggest pieces of land and they're fracking. They're using fracking and they're poisoning the rivers. We also, at the same time that we help these communities with disaster, we also helping improve in construction and helping, with different kind of bringing lawyers and helping them to organize in a way that we can go and work together and also working with people who like having the same kind of mind is super important for them. Because part of that job that we started to do like a year ago is like taking all this knowledge that they have and working and investing in programs for kids who are the next generation. Because most of the farmers that we work with, they're over 55 and 60. So what's gonna happen once they die? Nobody wants to work the land anymore. So part of the hardest work right now is educating, is giving a program to kids so they can have a better future and also continue the idea that without corn, there is no country. Corn defines us who we are and how we're gonna look and move into the future. And like I said, it's been so hard and it's been a lot of work, but I have a lot of people listening to me, and also in the United States, what I do, part of the job is like spreading the word, like what I'm doing right now. Talking to people and explaining why our work is very important for the future. Because if your life work can be accomplished in your lifetime, you're not thinking big enough. And that's what has moved me, like doing something to rescue and using the power of design in order to create a powerful message for our next generations. Thank you.